Hello YouTube, we continue this series on ratchet wrenches. It seems to be pretty popular. I've already showed about 5 or 6 different sets. I got about 5 more to show you on top of this one I got here. This one I bought on Amazon. It's called Tight Spot wrench set, 12-piece ratcheting wrench set. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 mil, no skips, metric. Made for tight spaces, 67% stronger steel, lifetime warranty. Sold by JAEGER tools. Tools for tight spaces. Now, the model number is, part number is 12 PCR WMM. Again, 12 PCR WMM. These were highly rated by Project Farm. Check out his videos. We all know Project Farm. That's a big channel. And these were rated pretty high for what they cost. He rated them tough wrenches. And that's one reason why I picked them up. They're 90 tooth. They were $48 on Amazon. 12-point box. Let's take a look, guys. Tight Spot is in the house. Comes in a nice tray. It's got a handle. The handle, you can tuck it in. Some people like a tray, some don't, or a rack, whatever you want to call it. Me, I don't usually use them. I use pouches for the road packs, but let's pull one out. Let's take a gander. Tight Spots is in the house. Let me wipe off this chrome. It's got a lot of smudges on it. Set's pretty reasonable price. I mean, what did I say? Under $50 for a 12-piece set. Let's take a gander. See if you can see that. JAEGER. JAEGER is in the house. 19 mil. Chrome is not too bad. Fit and finish is all right for this price range. Feels pretty good in my hand. There's no offset or reverse lever, but it does have directional symbols, which I always like, so you know which way you're going. 12-point box. And the tooth count is 90 tooth. Let's put a fastener on here and see what we got. Mechanism. I don't see a lot of play in the mechanism. There is some. You'll see it move a little bit. The fit in the fastener is pretty decent for this price range. You can barely hear it. The mechanism's pretty, it's pretty good. I'm not hearing any skips. Decent for this price range. Let's flip it over. Back drag is not excessive. I'd say it's in the middle. You know, it's not a high-end wrench, so you're going to have some back drag. But overall, not too bad. 90 tooth. Fits pretty good. These would definitely be a good road pack, or maybe even a backup set, or for do-it-yourself or something. Probably not professional use, everyday use. I wouldn't call them that. Average at best. Tolerances I've seen better. They weren't as good as those Ulsas the other day I showed. Those were pretty good, but then again, those were a lot more money. Let's put a caliper on it and see what we got. We always do that. Got to turn it on. Make sure it's zeroed. Let's see what we got here, guys. Tight Spots. 19.34. Let's put it up to a Blackhawk. Blackhawk's a lot more money. It's 0.34. I think we had to beat it right. Yeah. 0.21. 0.20. Yeah. Well, that was expected from a Blackhawk. And by the way, these were made in U.S., I think. These are old, 12 or 13 years old. And the Blackhawks are back on Amazon, and they're a lot cheaper, but they're made in Taiwan. And I'll be showing those. Let's check the length out here. the length next to a Blackhawk, which Blackhawks are regular length. It's about the same length. No surprise there. But it's not long. This is another model number. This is another brand, and you can see it's shorter than those. So they're not long pattern by any means. They feel pretty good in my hand overall. I can't complain about that. And the ID markings are stamped. If I did not say that already, they are stamped. If you can pick it up there. Yeah, right there is stamped, which I prefer. I don't really care for laser etch too much. That tends to wear off over time. And it is nice having a directional symbol. A lot of wrenches don't have that, and that can drive you crazy. It drives me crazy. Let's take a look at another one here. Let's pull out a 10 mil. Here's a 10 mil. JAEGER. ID markings, like I said, are stamped. Chrome is not too bad. Fit, finish, and feel. And usually, another thing I'll get in a second. I'll get to that, but there's another reason why I like these, and I'll tell you in a minute. Let's put a fastener on these. 10 mil, very common size. We all need it and use it. Mechanism doesn't got a lot of play in it. Fits a fastener pretty good, 12-point box. This one's a little rough, but they're brand new. I haven't used them yet. This one sounds a little rough for a 10 mil. Usually 10 mil is pretty sweet. This one's got a little more back drag than it should have. I'm not sure what's going on there. We're going to try another one after this. Yeah, this isn't as smooth as it should be. Probably just got to be used a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. Because there's a lot of back drag on a 10 mil. But another thing I wanted to tell you is the head. You know, you get a higher end wrench, the heads are always smaller on the box side. And these tight spots are pretty small for made in China. Because usually when you get the cheaper ratchet wrenches or any kind of wrench, the head will be bigger. They got more metal around them to get away with using crappier steel. But this one is pretty much, it's almost the same size as the Blackhawk. So that's a definite plus for it. Let's put a caliper on here. See what we got for tolerances. I always check them. Hold on a minute to get a better reading here. .21. Let's put a Blackhawk on here. Blackhawk is a lot more money. Make sure it's 0. These were made in USA, I believe. 10.17 is better, but that could be expected. But they got these now. I got these on Amazon, and they're made in Taiwan, and they're a lot cheaper than these were. These are over $200. The one on Amazon is $150 for the Blackhawk. Let's pull out another one here, because that 10 didn't sound as crisp as it should have. Might have just been that one. Yeah, it was just that one wrench. Because this one's a lot smoother. Yeah, this one's got very little back drag. So the 10 was stiff. Chrome. Sometimes you'll get that in a pack, you know. Or one might be a little rough. And the 13's pretty smooth. I gotta try another one because I'm just worried why just that one. The 10 was a little bit raspy. This is a 15. 15 is smooth too. So the only one I'm seeing was a little rough was a 10. Huh. Got a little baby here. I don't usually check this many wrenches out on a video, but the 10 was okay. The 8. The 8's a little bit not as bad as that 10, but feels a little bit rough as well. But that being said, I don't think they're bad for this price range. Let's go back to that 10 mil. Let's go back to that 10 mil here. Got a 10 mil's got a lot of back drag. So there's not a lot of, the consistency on these ratchets is not great. That could be a factor in your decision. Like I said, they're brand new. I haven't used them yet. The 10 is not as crisp as I like to see it to be. It's loosened up now a little bit. Yeah, now it's loosened up a little bit. It could just be the way, you know, the lube was in there. I don't know. Yeah, now it's getting better. Yeah, it's better now. But it was like there wasn't enough lube on the gears. Now I'm spreading around. It's better now. That was weird. Try one more. This one is the 16. Yeah, the 16's good. It must have been just to spread the lube up. It's better now. But for the price range, these don't seem too bad. Fit, finish, and feel's not bad. Like I said, 90 tooth, bought on Amazon. They're called Tight Spot. And they had a good rating from Project Farm. They were rated tough when I did a torture test. These were on Project Farm. These are rated tough. Part number again is 12 PCR WMM. Got a lot more good ones coming. I got 5 more sets coming, and they're all pretty nice sets. In the end, I got a surprise. I'm going to be giving away a brand new higher end ratchet set. I'll leave that up for a surprise right now, so stay tuned, guys, and thanks for your support, and take care.